Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our June Boone County Virtual Job Fair. Welcome to all of our job seekers and to our companies that are joining us today. My name is Amy Hammerly. I'm the Workforce and Community Development Manager with the Boone EDC here in Lebanon, and we're excited to have you with us today. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If I can get my slides to work. There we go. Just to give you a little bit of information on the Boone County Economic Development Corporation and what we do. We help to build better communities in Boone County by attracting and supporting businesses and creating life-enhancing jobs, spaces, and places. We work with many of the municipalities throughout the county to help them bring in new business and help our existing businesses grow. Some of our workforce initiatives that we provide include the job fair that you're seeing today, as well as our Work in Boone job connector page. So if you go out to workinboone.com, you will find over 175 Boone County companies that are currently hiring, and you can connect with them directly via their job page or their HR department. So be sure to check that out sometime this week. That would be great. Next up, I would like to introduce Ed and Lucy from our local WorkOne office. Welcome, Ed and Lucy.
Hello there.
They're going to share some information on the services that they provide here in the Boone County area.
All right, I'm going to go first. I'm the business services representative for not only Boone but Hamilton County. For all the employers out there, if you've experienced or used the next level jobs for employers, the portal for that program is going to become active on July the 1st. If you have a question, you can give me a call. But anyway, it's going to be open. This year we have less money, but I want to have it all spent in Boone County if possible, all 17 million. So be prepared. It is something that most businesses can take advantage of. So I'm going to let Lucy speak now.
Welcome, Lucy.
My bad, sorry.
It's okay.
So just to let everyone know, here at WorkOne, we help people, improve their employability skills, find gainful employment. We have online workshops and trainings. With grant money, we can help people obtain occupational skills training that leads to credentials, that leads to better employment. I also wanted to mention a particular grant that we have available. It's called our Disaster Recovery Grant. And that grant actually provides funding for dislocated workers to be employed in temporary jobs that are focused on humanitarian positions that have arisen out of COVID. So it's really a grant that is good for not only a dislocated worker, but for an employer who might have a new position temporarily that's arisen out of COVID. So if that's something that's of interest to you, please give us a call.
Great. And you're located here in Lebanon at 358 Mount Zion Road, and you're open from 8 until 4:30 every day, Monday through Friday.
Monday through. Perfect. Yes. Thank you.
Great. So all of you job seekers out there, if you need some assistance, please reach out to the WorkOne office. They do a lot of great work and help to support all of our job seekers throughout the state. So thank you for joining us today. I would now like to introduce our 6 company representatives that are going to be talking with you today. Welcome Brad with Arni's restaurant here in Lebanon. Sarah with Kin's Foods in the Lebanon Business Park. Heather with FTIC in the Jamestown area. Heather with Intelligent Living Solutions in Zionsville. Mike with Parky Smokehouse in Lebanon. And Kristen with Integrity Staffing, who's representing the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Whitestown. Welcome, everyone. Glad to have you with us today. We are going to get started, and Brad with Arni's of Lebanon is going to be our first person to speak. Brad, welcome, and tell us a little bit about Arni's and what your featured products are there at the restaurant, and tell us a little bit about the culture of Arni's.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here today. Arni's is, of course, an Indiana tradition. We've been in business for over 56 years now. We're obviously known for our pizza and salads and sandwiches and what I call family-friendly foods. And so we've been around for a long time with 19 locations from, Rensselaer to New Albany, Indiana. So
Great.
happy to be here.
All right. Well, you are looking to fill some kitchen staff positions. So tell us a little bit about this position, what the responsibilities are. Your salary looks like it's $8 to $10 per hour, and the type of person that you're looking to hire.
Yeah, so the responsibilities obviously for kitchen staff is, working within a system and standards of how to make food, working around ovens. Obviously, if you're adverse to food, it's probably not a great place to be. But if you enjoy a high tempo kitchen environment with a lot of activity, working with people, it's a great place. It's a lot of fun. We're busy. That's a good thing. And so it's a great place to kind of get your feet wet in the restaurant business, so to speak. 8 to 10 is our starting wage, depending on if you're part-time high school kind of thing versus full-time. It kind of goes up from there. So
Okay.
team player is obviously the main thing that we like, because you are around a lot of people, elbow to elbow or shoulder to shoulder, what have you. And it's the food business, so well-groomed typically is appreciated. Of course, wearing masks in the kitchen is a must today, and wearing a uniform is important, and being clean. It's a clean environment, so you need to stay clean.
Okay. And you're hiring for both full-time and part-time positions. So you try to work around, especially the high school students, you try to work around their schedules and
super flexible. No experience is necessary. We've got great benefits for, whether you're a high school kid working part-time in their first job, kind of like your daughter, Amy, and also, full-time with great benefits, for those that are interested in a career, or even an intermediate career. Maybe you've been furloughed from something else, or maybe it's a summer vacation, maybe you're off, maybe your job is seasonal and you need something to fill in on during the other season. We are as creative of an employer working with our schedules as anybody in the industry. 3-hour shifts are not uncommon, maybe versus some of the other employee possibilities where, an 8-hour shift is mandatory. So we have lots of flexibility. Could be part-time weekends, could be full-time, through the week, weekends, what have you, nights, days, early mornings. We've kind of got all that flexibility to play with.
That's great. Well, tell us if anyone is interested in applying for this position at Arni's, how they should do so.
So we do have listed on the screen there. We've got as far as you can go in person to our Lebanon location. That's obviously a great way to meet the management and get a better feel for the environment. We do have the phone number listed. We can also take your resume if you wish to email it to our marketing director, Liz Hahn. So it's lhahn@meetyou@arnis.com. That's our slogan. So feel free to go through that as well.
Okay, and Arni's of Lebanon is located at 202 West Washington here in Lebanon. So thanks, Brad, for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
I have a question real quick.
Sure.
Why should someone want to work at Arni's? What's the best part of it?
Dealing with people, I think, is, it's kind of funny. Having a fun, up-tempo people environment, it's a great place to work. We also have awesome benefits, and we kind of skipped over that, but we do have flexible schedules. We've got great insurance plans for those that are full-time, weekly pay, which is big. We have we have the medical, the dental, and eye care is all included in one. We have an awesome 401k plan that actually rivals pretty much any manufacturer or any large employer out there. And it's just a fun environment, even if it's part-time. We have people that have full-time jobs working in other industries, but they still love coming back and working a Friday night, and maybe that's their only shift is a Friday night at Arnie's because they remember their first jobs. Don't we all remember our first jobs? And it was fun, and you kind of wish you could go back to it. So sometimes we just have people that work one night a week, and it's just a great environment
That's
with
great.
good people working next to you.
Great. Thanks, Brad.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the time.
All right. Next up, we have Sarah from Ken's Foods here in Lebanon. Welcome, Sarah.
Hi, welcome, Amy. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today. Tell
Absolutely.
us a little bit about Ken's Foods and what you produce here in the Lebanon facility.
Absolutely. So here at Ken's, we make Ken's Steakhouse salad dressing and Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, that delicious barbecue sauce that is probably in everybody's refrigerator. We make
Right.
both of those here in Lebanon in the business park. And we make a lot of sauces for a lot of restaurants that you probably attend or go to or go out to eat at. So we cover a lot of different areas.
Great. I had some of that great Baby Ray's this weekend, actually. All right. We are looking to fill several positions at Ken's: packaging operator, forklift operator, picker, processing mixer, and maintenance technician. So let's start with your packaging operator. You've got 2 positions open for second shift, and your hourly wage begins at $18.50. Tell us a little bit about this position and the type of skills or experience needed and the type of person you're looking to hire.
So this is an opening that is caused by a additional line being put in here at Ken's. So this is something that we are trying to fill. Our leadership is a big proponent in when everybody else kind of like settles down and doesn't do much, we're going to continue to grow. So our business leadership is a big proponent of that, which is an awesome thing and an awesome company to be a part of. So with our packaging operator position, it could be machine operation. So it could be operating a filler machine, a label machine. Obviously, once the product is made here in-house from the kitchen side of things, it's sent over into the packaging world. And the packaging world, we actually will help to make sure that we're filling the bottles, making sure that the testing of the product is accurate, making sure that the labels are going on the right way, that the cases are being filled correctly. So the bottles are being dropped into the cases on their own. We're a very automated facility, but it just means that we still need great quality people to help our automation along. So we have an excellent team here. We are a great family, which is something that's vitally important to me and to a lot of folks that work here, because we're a bigger business, but we're still a family business. So we're a family-owned company, which is a unique thing in this world. We do have 4 locations. This is our location here in Indiana, and then we have one in Massachusetts, Georgia, and Nevada.
Okay.
Somebody that we're looking for, a packaging operator, high school diploma or equivalent, needs to be 18 years old, can stand for a long while, and can follow basic instructions in English.
Okay. And you'll train the person?
We
on the
will
job?
train. Absolutely.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's move on to your forklift operator. Also second shift to help fill out that new line that you're starting. 4 openings there, and hourly wage starts at $18.50. So tell us a little bit more about this position and the type of person you're looking for.
So we're looking for somebody who has truly forklift experience. If they have reach truck experience as well, that is just an added bonus for us. But somebody with a fair amount of processing or pulling product out of inventory, loading or unloading trucks, somebody who has driven a forklift, is comfortable with driving a forklift, and is able to, again, read and speak English, able to understand directions, and you're going to be following a list to pick products from. You may have to lift up to 35 pounds. It may be a case where you need to take a partial case. For those that don't know, our facility and our company, we will supply a mom and pop location with 1 case. and we'll supply a grocery chain with 3 semis full. So we want to cater to both ends of that spectrum and make sure that our customers are taken care of in the best way possible. So, we are looking for somebody who's got a little bit of forklift experience. 3 to 6 months would be helpful. Again, somebody who's had some sort of experience, either loading, unloading trucks, or being a picker and picking or pulling product and compiling an order together.
Okay, great. Let's move on to your processing mixer. Also second shift, 4 openings there, and hourly wage is the same, $18.50. Tell us a little bit more about what this position handles and the type of person you're looking to hire.
So this position is actually going to be making our product. So we have bulk ingredients that come in via rail car and semi-tanker truck. And we take those bulk ingredients and follow a recipe. So again, being able to follow the recipe, being able to wear GMPs as appropriate. We do wear hairnets and face masks here in our facility at this point. Beard nets if you've got facial hair. So there's things that we have to follow as far as that goes. But then in addition to that, we have to follow the recipes so that our product is the same product that's made here in Indiana, that's the same product that's made in Georgia or Nevada or Massachusetts. So we have quality standards that we have to abide by, and we test our product. So we test for viscosity and fat and salt level. And there's an array of different tests that we have to do to make sure that our product that we're making is in spec with our base model of our product, so to speak. So somebody who can stand for long periods of time, has the ability to lift 50 pounds. If we're making a brown sugar barbecue sauce, you're going to be adding 50-pound bags of brown sugar, and that's going to be an all-day event. So it needs to be somebody who doesn't need their gym membership. They just need to lift 50 pounds all day long. So it'll save you a little bit of money.
Added bonus. You
right?
Work out at work.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. There's all different kinds of smells and that you have to be able to tolerate. Obviously, making blue cheese is a very different smell than making an Italian dressing. Even some of our spicy products where we're adding hot sauce to, that can be a little overpowering. So it has to be somebody who is not necessarily sensitive. I personally don't know that I could work in the kitchen every day because of some of the different odors, just because I don't have a very strong stomach. So it takes somebody with a decently strong stomach who's got some ability to lift, like I said, up to 50 pounds pretty continually. And somebody who's excited about making barbecue sauce would be awesome.
That's great. It's a really interesting process. I had a tour and saw how the big mixers and the kitchen area. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a KitchenAid mixer that is increased by about 5,000 times. It's huge.
Yeah.
So.
All right. And then last but not least, you're looking for maintenance technician on third shift. And
Yes.
the hourly wage here is based on experience. So tell us a little bit more about what the maintenance technician is responsible for and the type of skills needed.
So we're looking for somebody who's got some previous manufacturing experience as far as a maintenance role, having some PLC or some pump repair, has some basic maintenance overall skills, troubleshooting, repair, those type of things, can look at and recognize electrical schematics. Basically, the maintenance technician's role is very important because they're continuing our operation. So they may be doing a preventative maintenance so that we can have a machine up and running the next morning. They may be changing out a pump because the pump has started to give us indication that it's going to fail. And so we want to replace that and stay ahead of the curve. Or they could be in a situation where we're down, the line is down and we need help and we need to get it fixed immediately. So there's a variety of different needs that are kind of encompassed within our maintenance technician. You don't have to have the answers to everything, but having some maintenance background, having some skill sets that follow or fall in line with the needed skill sets there on the slide would be very helpful and beneficial. And then obviously the wage is based on experience. So if you've got, 6 months experience somewhere, you're not going to come in making the same amount of somebody who comes in with 10 years of experience, who has worked on their own product or own machinery previously. So Ed just asked, it looks like, do they need their own tools? So do our maintenance folks need their own tools? We do request that our maintenance team brings in their own tools. We will reimburse them or add to their tools whatever they need. So we've got a tool allowance kind of built in to help make sure that they've got all of the tools that are necessary. If they don't have tools, we can work with them to make that something that we can get taken care of.
Okay, great. Tell us a little bit about the benefits that you offer your team members.
So our benefits, we have a medical, dental, and a vision plan. The medical, we have 2 different plans on each of these, actually. We have a base plan and then kind of a buy-up plan where it's a little bit better coverage, but you're paying for that difference, obviously. We've got a 401k with a 5% match up to the first, or I'm sorry, 100% match up to the first 5%, which is really good. And we've got tuition reimbursement. So if somebody is coming out of high school, we've had a couple of our packaging team members that have utilized the tuition reimbursement, went over to Gene Haas and been able to get some electrical training and being able to get some maintenance classes that they're able to utilize, get reimbursed for those classes, and then be able to progress and move into a maintenance role. So it's been a really good thing. We like to promote our folks within. We like to make sure that we're doing what is necessary to continue the growth of our employees. So in addition to that, we've got obviously short-term and long-term disability, life insurance, sick time, vacation time, and 10 paid holidays.
Okay, great package there. Let me move on to the next slide here and tell us if any of the job seekers are interested, how they should apply to work at Ken's Foods.
So they can go online to the jobs.kensfoods.com, or they can apply in person. Currently, our online portal is giving us base information, but we're struggling a little bit with that as we have rolled out a new system. And so we're trying to get everything to where it's automated online. But as a safeguard, I'm going to tell you at this point, just apply in person. We'll take your application. You can go ahead and fill out the stuff online, and we'll reach out to you to come in and fill out an application. At this point, we're hoping within the next 2 weeks that is absolutely live and ready to go, and we can roll that out without any issue. You can also reach out to the HR manager, which is my supervisor, which is Jamie Reed. Her email address is also on that slide, or you're welcome to come on in and visit us, and we'll get you set up and get you going.
Okay, so Ken's Foods is located at 917 Edwards Drive in Lebanon, in the Lebanon Business Park. So thanks, Sarah, for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I have a quick question for Sarah.
Okay, go ahead, Molly.
Same question as before. What's your favorite part of working at Ken's? Why should someone want to work there?
I will tell you that everywhere you work, or everywhere I have worked, there's a job to do. But it's the people that make the difference. We have a great group of folks that, I mean, it kind of sounds cliche-ish almost, but we really truly enjoy each other. Do we bicker and argue? Absolutely, because we're like brothers and sisters. We're truly a family. We bicker and argue sometimes, but we all genuinely care about each other. And if somebody's going through something, they're not going through it alone. We're going through it together. So it's a really unique situation. And we're here, but we're just making barbecue sauce. We're not making hearts for little kids or making replacement parts so that they can walk or anything like that. It's just barbecue sauce and salad dressing. So at the end of the day, it's just about making sure that you share your sweet baby rays of sunshine with your teammates, and you just continue to help to make somebody's day brighter. And that's what we try to do here at Ken's every day.
Thank you.
Great, thanks for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining. All right, next up we have Heather from FTIC in Jamestown. Welcome, Heather. Heather, are you with us? She was having some technical difficulties earlier. See if she's still on the call. Heather, can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, well, we'll just go ahead and run through their slides quickly. So FTIC is a manufacturing facility in Jamestown, and they manufacture parts for Subaru in Lafayette. They're looking for stamping team members, robotic welding team members, fork truck tugger operators, and QA team members. Stamping team members, first and second shift, their wages start at $15.02, and they have several bonus opportunities available. So your wage could go up to $20.16 per hour. Robotic team welding, also the same, first and second shift. Hourly wages are the same. These two positions, no experience is necessary. They will do all the training, which is really great. They've got a really robust training program there at FTIC. Fork truck tugger operator, same hourly wages, and training is also provided for this position. And QA team member, same training provided for this particular position, and hourly wage is the same at $15.02 to $20.16. They have a great benefits package, medical, dental, vision, life and disability insurance, PTO with 16 paid holidays, and a 401k and more. And I also believe they have tuition reimbursement. So if you're interested in learning more about the positions available at FTIC, you can apply online at fticna.com/careers. You can email your resume to Heather at hevans@fticna.com, apply online or apply in person. They're located at 1100 North Lebanon Street in Jamestown. All right, we are going to move on to Heather with Intelligent Living Solutions. Welcome, Heather.
Hi, can everybody hear me?
Yes, and I can
Okay,
see you.
perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thanks for joining us. This is your first time on the virtual job fair. So we're
Yes,
glad you're
thanks
with
for
us
having
today.
us. This is great. Appreciate it.
Well, tell us a
So-
little bit about your company and what you do in the Zionsville area.
Sure. So we install custom automation and security solutions in both residential and commercial settings over the entire greater Indianapolis area. And actually, we've had jobs in surrounding states and other places in Indiana as well. It can be primary residences, vacation homes, offices, warehouses, apartment buildings. We've even done barns. We really spend time with each and every client, assess what it is they're wanting to achieve, and then create solutions that fit their particular needs. So we work with homeowners and builders and general contractors, and individual projects can be mounting a TV or a TV wall, installing security systems, smart thermostats, whole home audio, outdoor audio and lighting, pool automation, etc., and all of the above, even in one home. We've done a lot of homes where it's literally the whole thing from pre-wire to finish has all been set up for home automation. So those are the really fun ones.
Okay, great. That sounds really interesting. You are looking to hire installation technicians, kind of two different levels of positions. So we're going to start first with your installation tech 2 and 3. You have two openings there, and your hourly wage ranges between $20 to $30 based on experience. So tell us a little bit about what this position entails and the type of person that you're looking to hire.
Sure. So this first position is for the more experienced tech. So techs with at least 2 years experience, but hey, if you've got 25, give me a call. That's great too. So that would be experience in installation of AV, security, cameras, networking, smart home systems, all of that. In addition to the installation work itself, this level of an installer might be asked to supervise others, manage projects on site, making sure everyone has what they need, answer questions for the other techs, that kind of thing. Some weeks the team is together in the same place every day, maybe pulling wire in a new home. Other weeks you could be in 6 different locations doing 6 completely different things. Sometimes maybe with the team, other times maybe alone. Of course, we would never put a new employee out, completely by themselves, but, once they felt comfortable maybe doing jobs on their own. Let's see. So the more we grow, the more we're able to have specialized teams, which is kind of cool. So eventually we'd like to have, a group that's specialized in pre-wire, or security or programming. So we really have a lot of opportunities for internal growth. The owner of the company really encourages each and every employee to figure out what they love to do, and then encourages training in that direction so that we can have these specialized teams and individuals who are just really excited about what they're doing. I mean, we want people who are going to wake up in the morning and go, oh my golly, I love what I do. I cannot believe that they pay me to do this. Right.
Right.
So-
That's the best kind of
yeah.
job to have is to love what you do.
Absolutely.
And then for both of these positions, they must have their own transportation. Is that correct? So they can
No,
go to.
actually, we provide a company vehicle.
Oh, great. Okay. That's
Yes.
a great bonus. Okay. Perfect. Well, let's talk a little bit about your more entry-level position, your installation tech one.
Okay.
Positions open there, and the wage ranges between $15 and $20 based on experience per hour.
Yes. So the second position is entry level. So working on the same kind of projects we talked about with the other, it's just under the guidance of more experienced techs. So while experience is a plus, it's not necessary at this level. So this could potentially be somebody coming out of high school or trade school looking for their first job, somebody who loves tech and maybe likes tinkering with electronics. For instance, Dan, the owner of our company, instead of playing with GI Joes as a kid, had fun taking apart radios and phones and any kind of electronics he could get his hands on, and trying to find other ways to put them together and make them work. So somebody who really just loves that kind of thing. Yeah.
Great.
So yeah.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
Heather, by the way, good to put a face with the name.
Oh, yes.
I'm always emailing you with trouble. Question for either of these positions.
Uh-huh.
Is this, do people have to bring their own tools, or are those provided?
It depends. So the entry level position, we do set those technicians up with tools, and all that would be provided in the van. For techs 2 and 3, generally at that stage, especially the more experience you have, those techs actually generally prefer to have their own tools. They know what they like to work with. So it's kind of expected that they would come with their own tools, although we can help supplement that, on the lower end. If you're coming in with just 2 years and maybe have, some of the tools, but not all of them, we can help with that.
Great. Tell us a little bit about the benefits offered to your team members.
Okay, so for both positions, we're really proud of the opportunities that we provide for training and growth. It's a very empowering environment. There's lots of rewards for jobs well done. Trainings and certifications are available. Of course, there's in-person training. We've got a lot of vendors actually doing a lot of online training right now. So, and with tech, I mean, I'm sorry, you can know everything there is to know, and in 5 minutes, there's something new. So we're always encouraging people to grow in their position. So, really facilitating that. We have, let's see, profit sharing. We have that company take-home vehicle, simple IRA with up to 3% matching, paid leave, healthcare and cell phone stipends. And then we just do a lot of fun stuff. We have both events throughout the year for employees as well as employees and clients. This summer, we're going to be up at the Polo Club in Whitestown. We're doing an event at the Indy 11 later this year. We have a big company birthday party. We have staff meetings every other week, at which time, we can nominate each other. Different team members can nominate each other for what we call the Core Values Award, because we've seen another employee do something really great. And at that meeting, that employee will get a gift card for doing a great job. So there's lots of, it's just really rewarding and empowering. And yeah, it's just a great place to work with lots of great benefits.
Great. Sounds like you have a great company culture there.
We do.
So, yeah, great. So tell us how, if anyone's interested, how they should reach out to you to apply for either of these positions.
Okay, so we do not have a physical location. So the best way to get a hold of me is to send your resume to info@intelligentlivingIndy.com. I will get that directly. It comes straight to me, and I'll give you a call. We can set up that first interview.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
I
Heather.
have one more question.
Yes, ma'am.
I keep jumping. Sorry, Amy. I keep jumping
That's
in here with
okay.
your questions. Heather, you mentioned very briefly the profit sharing with employees, which is not typical at every business.
Uh-huh.
Could you incredibly briefly just describe what that is and why that's such a great benefit to your employees?
Sure. So once a quarter, we look over and see how the company's doing. And basically, if we're really thriving, we feel like the employees should be thriving too. So any employee that it's made past that first 90-day introductory period is eligible. If the company's doing great, you're going to get rewarded as well.
Great. It is a great benefit. It's not very common. So great benefit to have. Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Next up, we have Mike with Parky's Smokehouse in Lebanon. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. Glad you could join us today. Tell us a little bit about Parky's and the type of food that you serve there, and a little bit about your company culture.
Sure. So Parky Smokehouse has been a staple in Lebanon for 15 years, coming up this October. So looking forward to a nice celebration this year in the fall. Of course, we're known for our smoked meats and our steaks. We do catering. We've got 2 virtual concepts now. We have a rice bowl concept and a smoked wing house concept. So we do carry out, delivery, in-house dining, live events, have a beautiful patio, family friendly, just a nice place to enjoy some hospitality and relax and have a good time. So same culture for our employees that we try to promote for the folks coming in. Again, family friendly, very flexible schedules, team environment. Everybody's working together, trying to get things done to provide a wonderful experience for our guests. So,
and you have great food there.
yes, thank
One of
you.
our favorite places in town. All right, you're looking to fill several positions, line cook, server,
Yes.
and shift manager. So we're going to start with
Sure.
your line cook position. Right now you have
Sure.
3 openings, and your wage ranges between $10 to $16 an hour based on experience.
Correct.
You've got full-time and part-time positions, so lots of flexibility, it looks like.
Yeah. So, the hourly wage is actually going to be closer to $12 depending on experience, but we're moving up that wage scale a little bit, and we've just
Okay.
implemented a signing bonus too. So it's a $300 signing bonus after 100 days of
Okay, great.
employment. So yeah.
So
So-
what type of experience does this person need to have coming into Parky's?
Well, it could be like some of the other positions that we talked about so far. It could be somebody coming in with no experience, and we're happy to train. We don't just turn you loose on day one. So we've got specific standards, both from recipes to plating to sanitary and cleaning. So there are certain standards that need to be maintained, and we'll provide that training if you don't have any, but we're also looking for folks that have had significant grill or fry experience that want to come in and be up on the higher end of that pay scale. And that could be, you can get really excellent experience after a year to 2 years. So it doesn't take a whole lot. Again, could be a starting spot for some folks. We've got some high school students, some culinary students that have come in and we've trained, and they've tried different positions, and they want to go on to go to school and maybe work somewhere else out of town. So it's a good opportunity to train and learn, or glad to have folks come in with 5 to 10 years experience too, and we'll pay accordingly. So
Okay, great. Let's move on to your server position. This is more front of the house, and
correct.
salary ranges $16 to $25 an hour, including, that's kind of like their tipped average.
That's including the tips,
Yeah.
of course. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and that's pretty accurate, pretty standard. And we've got some experienced servers that have been with us for 12 plus years that go even over and above that, but that's pretty rare. But that is possible. So,
Okay.
but it's real important for us, come in with a smile on your face. Again, we're trying to provide a happy, friendly place for folks to come in and enjoy and relax, whether they're sitting down and dining or carrying out. Everybody's happy, and again, want to provide a nice hospitality experience for everybody, so they just keep coming back for different events, birthdays, retirement parties, whatever.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I don't have a slide for your shift manager position, but tell us a
Sure.
little bit more about that.
Yeah, so we've
And
just
the type
we've
of
just-
person you're looking to hire.
Sure, we've just added that. So again, it could be, well, we're looking for somebody with at least a year's worth of experience in restaurant management, but that could be front of house, back of house. And again, we'll train based on our standards, but it's primarily evenings and weekends, just like the typical hospitality job or shift manager job starting out. So, but if you've only got a year or two worth of experience, maybe in fast food, we're happy to train you. And the job, yeah, the wage is going to be in that $17 to $20 an hour range, again, depending on experience, but lots of opportunity there. It could be part-time, could be a couple days a week. It could be full-time. It could be with opportunity for overtime. And most of our managers participate and do lots of different things, from either bartending or helping with our recipes. We are a scratch kitchen. Most of our sauces, rubs, dressings, sides are all house made in our kitchen. So some of our managers participate in that too, to work some extra hours. So again, fun, friendly environment. So you can find out more about that position online, or go to indeed.com and search for Parky Smokehouse. You'll find more information on it.
Okay. Tell us, before we move on to the last slide, tell us a little bit more about your benefits that you offer both
Sure.
part-time and full-time employees.
Sure. Employee discounts, up to 100% meal discounts, flexible schedules, anywhere from 3 to 4 hour schedules. Typical schedules, shift is 5 to 6 hours, but we'll do shorter schedules for our high school students, for college students, which we get several college students to come back during the summer, and they like that flexibility. Weekly pay. So we do pay every week on a Wednesday. Telemedicine plan, which is new for us. So it's kind of it's by teledoc. So if you've got some issues with you or your dependents and you want to talk to a doctor, it's all handled via video conference or telephone. So that's kind of exciting and new for us. We do have a 401k match up to 4%, 100% up to the first 4% for full-time employees. So
Great.
the telemedicine plan is available for basically any employee, full-time or part-time.
Oh, that's great. Awesome. All right. So if anyone would like to learn more about your positions at Parky's, tell us how they can reach out to you.
Sure. Apply online on our website, parkysmokehouse.com/employment. You'll find it. And then indeed.com. I think our shift manager and our cook positions are both on indeed.com. And you can also always apply in person.
Great. And Parky's is located at 2479 North Lebanon Street on the north side of Lebanon. Great.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Jen, I've got a question at every end, Amy.
All right.
Okay, Mike, you mentioned you make your own sauces in-house, correct? Do people that work there, do they get a chance to kind of play around with that, make their own sauces to try to, sell there at the restaurant? What's that like?
Typically, no, but that's an interesting question. I've never had that question posed, actually. I wouldn't be opposed to that. No, but nobody's ever actually asked that.
Give that some thought as an employee
yeah,
perk
sure.
that you get to make your own barbecue sauces.
Ooh,
Just a
I
thought.
like it. I like it.
And you do have some of the best sauces that I've had.
Great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for joining us today, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to move on to Kristen with Integrity Staffing, who is working with Amazon Fulfillment Center in the Whitestown area. Welcome back, Kristen.
Thank you so much.
And tell us a little bit about the facility in Whitestown and kind of what their main focus is.
Sure. So this facility is located right in Whitestown, near the water tower on Anson Boulevard, right off 65, so very conveniently located. It is one of our largest facilities in the Indianapolis area, and they have a number of departments within there. They're hiring for several of those. So it's a really great facility to work at.
Great. All right, and we are going to focus on your warehouse associates positions that you have open. Lots of positions open, and I'm sure on various shifts as well, but your hourly wage ranges from $16 to $19.55. So tell us a little bit more about this position and the type of person that you're looking for.
So yeah, the range is 16 upwards of 1955, depending on if you're in a full-time or part-time position. There's no experience required for any of the positions that we have open. And these are positions open not only in the Whitestown area, but also in our Indianapolis locations and our Plainfield locations. But there are a few departments, like I mentioned, receiving, like an inbound department, stowing items, picking items that will then be sent out, and then packing. So those will be the departments that they're hiring for. And then a variety of shift openings. So overnight shifts, day shifts. We even have some part-time weekend shifts. Those are the ones that pay upwards of $19.55, upwards of actually a little over $20 per hour. And then one of the most popular shift offerings is called our flexible scheduling shifts. And we have those both in part-time options or full-time options, but you'll actually get to choose your own shifts based on what your needs are, and that can change week to week or day to day or month to month, to start meeting a certain minimum based on which shift you choose, whether it being a part-time or full-time. But that's one of the most popular things that we have right now, especially for college students just coming off their semesters, through the summer times. So we also have a sign-on bonus in place right now. So $500 effective through June 26th. That's another one of the great perks for some of the positions we have open.
So it sounds like you've got lots of great flexibility in your offerings for both full-time and part-time employees. Tell us a little bit about the benefits that are offered.
Right. So for any of the positions that Amazon hires for, there are options for benefits. They will vary depending on the shift you sign up for, whether it be part-time or full-time. But effective day one, you are eligible for healthcare, medical, dental options effective day one, like I mentioned. There are 401k benefits available, tuition reimbursement, paid time off. So a lot of those things are effective day one. So one of the great benefits.
And for those job seekers that are watching today, just as an FYI, there is a Indigo bus. It's called the Whitestown Connector that comes from the Traders Point area to the Whitestown Business Park on both sides of I-65. So if you're in need of transportation, that Whitestown Connector is a great opportunity for you to get from the Marion County area up into the Whitestown area, especially Amazon. I'm fairly certain there is a bus stop near the Amazon facility. All right.
Yep.
So what's the best way for folks to apply?
So the website here, amazon.com/apply. You'll actually notice on that webpage, all of the Amazon positions are posted, but to narrow down into the Whitestown options, you can just filter by city, looking specifically for the fulfillment center positions, and those are going to show the Whitestown options. Or you've got my contact info here. It's kmix@integritystaffing.com.
Great. Thanks, Kristen. And it looks like Molly has a question for you.
Last one. Kristen, could you describe the company culture?
It's a great culture to work for. There's a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of pride that takes place in Amazon. Amazon is a household name, so there's a lot of structure, a lot of quality assurance in place. So there's a lot of pride that goes into making that all work. It's a very safe environment to work. They've got a lot of measures in place to keep everyone safe, obviously, in this time. So when you walk in, you feel like you're in a very established place with a lot of great people working, a lot of focus on the important things and making sure that things are done right.
Great. Well, thanks for joining us today, Kristen. And if you're interested in applying for the Amazon Fulfillment Center, reach out at amazon.com/apply. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that brings us to the end of our virtual job fair for this month. I'd like to thank Brad from Arni, Sarah from Ken's Foods, Heather from FTIC, Heather from Intelligent Living, Mike from Parky Smokehouse, and Kristen with Integrity Staffing representing Amazon Fulfillment Center in Whitestown. Thanks so much for joining us today. For those that are watching, you will receive a recording of the webinar tomorrow, so you can go back and find all of the links and ways to reach out to to the great companies that were on the job fair today. And then also you can find all of our companies listed at workinboone.com. So thanks for joining us today, and we hope you have a great week. Take care.